Hi, my name's Kaleia, and I am here for the segment of Questions on the Red Couch, in which I sit on a red couch and answer questions. So I'll start with the first one here. What's your oh, stop it! So I'm Canadian. The question is, what's your Timmy's order? Timmy is in Tim Hortons. I am a sucker for an egg and cheese on a croissant. Otherwise, I'm very happy with a double-double, which is a coffee with 2 creams and 2 sugars. I'm not picky. Oh, how did I meet my band/producers? So the band that I work with is Sunday Dinner. Hi. They're just out yonder. And so I met them 3 years back. It was through a college friend of mine. I was in Boston at the time. All these guys are based out here in New York. And the connection started where I was invited to be a feature on a song that they produced called Week. It is still out. So it's Sunday Dinner featuring Kaleia. It's Week. And then since then, we've been working on collaborations and been making new music. And now that I have relocated here, we're full-time just doing what we do best, which is sing, write, record, and have fun. And it's good, and I love them. Would I ever audition for American Idol? No. And the reason being is I've heard that contractually it's a pain in the butt. And I feel like it wouldn't be very beneficial to win that thing. And I don't know. I think maybe if it was 20 years ago, I think the earlier seasons had some appeal because they were just like, I don't know, it was like the early 2000s. It's so much fun. And now I feel like it's kind of, don't get offended if you are like on American Idol or something. Oh, stop it. How has your mother impacted your artistry? My mother has impacted my artistry tremendously. My mom is a classical pianist, and she is 100% the reason that I consider music like the main aspect of my life, or the main part of my life. She is my superior in every way, and I always go to her when I just created a new song, and she's always the person who gives me exactly the love it needs or exactly the critique it needs. And so I respect her brain and her music brain more than anything. Why is the US better than Canada? Whoa. That's crazy. All right. The bad part is I kind of agree. You know what I love about America is that the people here are very, very driven. And I think, and that's probably purely because of just the size of the population. But I feel like you get people that are so motivated, and it's just a higher sense of like competition or drive, or just people really push themselves here. And I really admire that as an artist. And that's an environment I'm really happy to surround myself with right now. Who's an artist you'd like to work with? The list there is kind of endless, but I also think like a good rubric I go based off of is like when I hear like a song by an artist that I love, it's if I can get a sense of like what the environment was when creating that song, I think that's a really good indicator of a really strong artist and a strong collaborator. And to me, somebody who exemplifies that is Daniel Caesar. And I think between each of his songs, it's just so specific, so nuanced. And I think it would be a dream to get in the studio with him one day, or at the very least pick his brain. But I think the goal would be to work with somebody like Daniel Caesar one day. What's your comfort album? That's a really good question. I feel like I haven't listened to a lot of albums through past the release date. I feel like they drop, I listen to them all the way through. I'm like, great, that's a sick album. And then I pick my favorites from there. But I do think an album that I return to a lot, probably just because I liked it from a very young age, was Pet Sounds by the Beach Boys. That's a very nostalgic one for me, and I think Brian Wilson is a genius. That's somebody else I would love to work with one day, but he's like 80 something, so maybe I'll just meet him. That's a goal. What does your upcoming EP mean to you? This EP has been a long time coming. One of the songs is just about 3 years old now, which is kind of insane. And it's the accumulation of a lot of hard work, a lot of weeding out what it means, or what my intended sound is. And I think this one, with Here for No Good, to me, it's supposed to capture the cyclical nature of relationships and falling into old habits, and how that's both a very scary thing but a very beautiful thing, and that we're just humans. And so it's a bit of a commentary on what it's like to be, 20 something and learning. I believe that's the end of the questions. Wow.